Hello and a very good day everyone. So today we will learn on pivot table, on how we can actually use pivot table not only to create summary but also to show some analysis. For example, we do have a requirement whereby we need to show the month on month trending analysis, and also we need to also show the monthly cumulative expenses. So how we are going to do it? So let's get started. If you look in this particular file, we do have employee name, a table that has employee name, employee ID, states, date, insurance claim, and also RM. So from this given table, what I need to do is I need to show to my manager the monthly expenses, the month on month trending analysis, and lastly the monthly cumulative expenses. Just say for each employee. So the first thing what I do is I'm going to press Ctrl A. When I press Ctrl A, it will highlight the entire table. And then what I'll do is I'll just go to insert and I'll click on pivot table. So when I press pivot table, a box will appear, and then I just press OK. By pressing OK, you'll be navigated to a new sheet. So on your right hand side, you have pivot table field, and this is the data. I just want to tick on the date so that it will show us the monthly data, and I'll just tick on the RM. So in this case, it will show us from January up to December. So we do have the monthly expenses showcasing from January to December. But if just say I want to actually know the month on month analysis, so what I'll do is I'll just drag the RM. Over here, we do have the RM. You just don't untick or tick. What you need to do is you select the RM, use your mouse, select the RM, and drag it, put in the values column. You put on the value section, and just like that, it will be over here. So what you do next is you just put your cursor on the C4, right click, and then you go to show value as. So under show value as, we do have percentage of different from. Click it over here, a box will appear, and then the base item, you just put previous, and then you press OK. So over here, we can see the trending, meaning to say we get to know whether there is a decrease or an increase. And then you can also use conditional formatting. What I do is I highlight all these percentage, I go to home, I go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. So if just say any number that is less than 0 percentage, I will put it into red color. So this indicates that particular month there is a reduction. And then if just say there is an increase, I'll go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than. So greater than 0, I put it as green color. Because you have here many different colors, I'm going to select green color and I'm going to press OK. So this indicates that for any reduction, it will show a red color. But if there's any increase, that shows there is a green color. Meaning to say the manager can see by looking at the color, the manager can understand whether month on month there is an increase or there is a reduction. And then I'll just put another RM as well. So this RM over here to show the cumulative or the running total. So I'm going to press here right click, and then I go to show value as, and then what I'll do is I'll just put here running total. I click on running total in, and I press OK. And in this case, it will show us the cumulative figures. So what you can do is you can actually rename this. So maybe you can just put this as monthly expenses. Over here, this is the trending, and it is in percentage. And then this is the cumulative expenses. Okay, so let me just expand all this. And there you go. And then of course you can actually change the pivot table color according to you. This is not compulsory, but it's up to you whether you want to change it or not. Okay, so now we do have this data over here. We just have the monthly expenses, the month on month trending, the cumulative expenses. You can also use these to actually determine for each employee. So meaning to say I'm going to click the employee and I'm going to drag it, put it over here. So when I drag the employee, so right now we can see this is for Al-Fajr, this is for Kalai, this is for Arif, this is for Nur Azlam, this is for Hidayah. So meaning to say what we can do is the manager can actually understand what is the performance for each employee. And also you can actually use freeze pane. So I'm going to go to view and I'm going to click on freeze pane. So when I click on freeze pane, so that it will freeze this particular area, the column A, and row 1 to row 5 onwards. And then when I drag to the right, so your manager can see the performance for each employees as well. So we can actually use pivot table not only to create a summary, but we can also do some analysis by calculating the month-on-month trending and also the cumulative expenses as well. So the manager can actually see the data for each employee. And if you want to make it more interactive, you can actually go to pivot table analyze and you can click on insert slicer and then just say I want to know based on states, and I'm going to press OK. So based on states, so if just say I click on Johor, we do have a data for Johor employee, as you can see over here. So just say I drag to the left, so this is employee for Johor. So this is Kedah, Kelantan, Pahang, Perak, or if just say you want to multi-select, so Perak and I want to select Sarawak. So here you can see we do have employees from Perak and also Sarawak. So we can actually have a slicer to make an interactive presentation as well.